What a beautiful day out for some drag racing at the track. That is right, guys. We are on our way back to the track and we are running way behind right now. I need to get the bottle back in the car. It's completely empty. I was supposed to get it filled up, but things happened during the week and I wasn't able to get it done. So fingers crossed that they have nitrous at the track like they have had in the past few weeks that we've been out there. So as soon as we get there, we can fill the bottle up and start getting that warmed up. But we've got a lot of things to do and we are running late. So let me go ahead and give you guys the cold startup on the Camaro. We got to go get some gas. Woo! Yeah. So, oh man, does it feel good to be in this car, guys. But we got to put a little bit more gas into this thing. And then we are off again. We are running super late, so I'll catch you guys when we're at the track. All right, guys, we got here and like I said, we were running late. The lanes are already packed. The car's teched in, we've got our number in, but one thing that we weren't able to do, guys, is fill up this bottle here. So right now we're gonna see if hopefully we can get nitrous here at the track. And if we can't, or in the meantime, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do an NA run. We'll data log everything, make sure everything's still doing good, and see just how good it runs at NA. Best it's been is a 10.9 at 129, 130. So with the lighter weight front brakes and the cooler weather, hopefully we can get better, like a 10.7 maybe. We'll see, and hopefully higher mile per hour. All right, it took a little bit, but we've got a pretty much topped off full bottle. We've got the bottle heater working on it, and now we get to go line up and wait for our first pass. The track is super packed today, guys, so we got to make sure we get our tires nice and warmed up, get them really heat hot, so that we don't have any issues with spinning. We're gonna leave the setup exactly the same with 40% off the line and go from there. But wish us luck, and hopefully we get a personal best, and if all goes well, we'll do a couple more runs and show you guys the results. First run of the night happening at almost 8 o'clock. It's pretty late, but hopefully everything goes well and we're gonna get some good times tonight. All the cars that we've seen out here have been running some of their personal bests, so we'll see if we can join them and run our personal best here. All right, that was a good burnout there. Put it back in drive, arm the nitrous system. Everything looks good. Alright guys, so that first run did not go as expected. We looked over the logs. The car basically does the similar thing of what it does when I'm doing a burnout and hit the rev limiter, like pops out a gear. I guess it's trying to save itself, so it goes into neutral, but that's what happened. We spun, had a little bit of wheel hop. I guess we didn't get the tires warm enough, but we're going back again. We're in the line. Hopefully the second run, what I'm gonna do is turn down the nitrous to 30% and hit up the start RPM to 2,000 RPM because it's at 1,800 right now. So hopefully those two changes will help out a little bit. But other than that, there's not much else we can do, guys. Make sure we get a good burnout and get a good launch. If we can get a good launch, then we should see some really good times. All right, guys, let's do this. Hopefully everything goes well and we get a good burnout here and do everything, because it's been a while. Nitrous is good. Nitrous is on. Let's see what this will do. Better hit, much better. 969 though on the draggy. On the draggy it said it was a 969, but a much better, much cleaner hit on that. That was much cleaner, guys. It still felt like it jumped off to the side a little bit. Woo, man. So let's go look at this quarter mile. 969 at 142. So it was a slower 60 foot, a little bit slower to the 8th. Second run is in, a lot better. We still kind of almost went off towards the right, towards the wall there, but much better. And we've got the time here, which I'll post the screenshot of this, but our 60 foot, a 142. That's actually one of our best 60 foot. I think 141 has been the best we've done. So we did a 142 with less nitrous off the hit, and the nitrous starting a little like 100 RPM later. Doesn't seem like a big difference, but it does help quite a bit. So for us to have the same 60 foot, almost the same 60 foot, is awesome. Our 8th mile is a little slow. Now this, again, could be that first and second shift. It was kind of way out there. It jumped my car out, but the mile per hour is a little bit slower. But on the top half, even with the slower 8th mile, we still went the same mile per hours in the quarter. So that means that the weights are helping. The lightweight brakes are definitely helping, and we just got to fine tweak it. So this, we're gonna go for a third run here, and hopefully what we're gonna do is gonna put the settings back to the 40% and the 1800 and see how the car does with that, and see if we can get this mile per hour a little better and have the car shift a lot better. But 967 at 142, I mean, that's still really good, very consistent. I mean, that is awesome. All right, guys, going for our third run of the day, is we adjusted some shift RPMs to try to help us get a better shift 5 to 6 and first to second, and we've gone back to the original nitrous controller settings of 40% on the hit at 1800 RPM, and we'll see how the car does. Hopefully it'll hook and we'll get the personal best. But you know, it's going to be all up to getting a good burnout and seeing what we can do. Going up against a Mustang on a rear drag pack. I don't know what it's got done to it, but it should be fun. All right. Well, hopefully that'll work. Let's see what this does, guys. We're in drive. Hopefully everything works out. Launches I've ever done. Whoa. Draggy says that was a 965, so faster than the first time. Woo, 965 at 142.6 on the draggy, and there was definitely a hang up, I believe, in the second to third or something like that, but it felt a lot better than all the other ones. The shift points were a lot better. My 5 to 6, first to second was still pretty high, almost like at 7,300, but here is a slip, and of course I'll put it on the screen. Best 60 foot yet, a 140, but second to third gear, it looked like it just kind of hung in there, and I think because it over revs and shifted at 7,300 in first gear to first to second became so short that it kind of like just wigged out and just kind of bogged a little bit, and that wig out is what is getting me this 617 8th mile at 114. Remember last time we were getting almost 116, so that is really hurting us at the top end there. So either way though, even with the slower 8th mile, guys, the car is definitely improved with the lightweight brakes, because we're still trapping almost 143 and 961. That is what we're doing. Even with that hiccup in the short track, we're still making it up in the top end. So that is awesome. Another 9.6. So now what we're gonna do is give you guys an NA run so you guys can see what the difference between the nitrous and NA times are, and see if with no kind of hiccups what the mile per hour is gonna be with this new lightweight setup. All right guys, our NA run is coming up. Looks like we're gonna be racing a black Mustang on a drag tire. Unless he's got a crazy amount of weight reduction, which I don't think he does because he's got his exhaust all the way back, then it should be an easy W, but you just never know. He might be spraying or could be doing something else, so it should be fun. We got a decent burnout there. Again, we're not having any nitrous, so we should be fine. It spun off the line, and then it did the same thing in first, where it just kind of jumped out of the groove a little bit. But let's see what the quarter mile says. 1068 at 132.89, almost 133. That is the best NA time this car has gone, which is crazy. That is actually really good, guys. That was a really good run. Now the car actually spun off the line a little bit, and then we had the same thing happen where the car just wants to jump over a little bit after that shift, that first to second shift. But here's the slip, and again, I'll put it on the screen here, but we've got our best 60 foot of 170. So the weight reduction and the lightweight brakes definitely contribute to that awesome 60 foot, which we also saw when we sprayed nitrous with a 140. And then you see it went a 6.9 at 106, and then a 1064, and then a 1064 at 132.9. So that is actually our personal best for this car in a 1064 at 133 basically. So before we ran a 10.9 like at 129, I believe. So we picked up 4 miles an hour and we got down 2/10, which is amazing. Granted, a lot of it could be because of the weather, but I think these lightweight brakes definitely helped with that, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and if you guys haven't, check out the website, link in the description below. Grab yourself a cap or a t-shirt. If you stayed this far, I appreciate it, thank you. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. This car just keeps getting faster and faster and running really, really well. And man, I can't wait to see what the next steps are with this thing. I think we can definitely adjust some of the transmission stuff and get this thing running a lot better in the front short half, and that will increment and really help this car get out of the line in the back half. But it is really moving in the top end for sure. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.